This is Dodging Death with Stephen Williams Jr. and Ryan Paton.
That lasagna really has singed the roof of my mouth. Honestly, I'm in real pain at the moment.
Oh God! I hope you're not going to be doing like lip smacking all the way through the show.
It has. I thought
the poor listeners.
It didn't have like steam emanating from it, so I thought I'm okay to leave in.
You see, the thing is, Josh, I also had this lasagna.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, and the steam was coming off it. He just was too eager to eat it.
I was very eager to eat the lasagna. I think it was because it was at such a bargain price.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but I did notice you done the blow before you put the lasagna in the mouth.
Well, steady now.
And then I went to the restaurant and had lasagna.
Steady.
Oh, this is our earliest ever Julie and Clary guys, isn't it?
And because we're recording, we might as well use it.
Yeah, no, it takes us a good hour or so to get to
and normally it's Paul now that does it.
Yeah, no,
he can't help himself at this
the
point.
Clary material. The Kenneth Williams gag of the week.
Or what I do enjoy now is we've realised we're going to use that bit and we've suddenly started talking as if we're on the show. We've all got a bit louder.
Yeah, we've leapt into podcast mode.
We all leaned into our collective mics.
But the roof of the mouth really is singed, I think.
Yeah, you know
that
what?
needs to be clarified.
I find if I burn the roof of my mouth, it kind of ruins a good 3 days of my week.
It does,
Yeah.
because the taste is just completely...
Oh, it's all off.
It's off for days.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't stop touching it as well with the tongue. It's a devastating situation to be in.
I mean, devastating seems a bit...
Well,
what over the top?
What combines that is the fact that my hay fever has flared up because it's just entered grass pollen season.
He's going to be sneezing and wheezing all the way through the episode.
Sniffing away in the corner there. Michael Gove.
Just to confirm, it will be hay fever.
I did it a long time ago, and it was...
It's due
boys
to my,
will be boys, eh?
It's due to my immune system overreacting to pollen despite it having no threat whatsoever. My immune system has gone into disarray. Like, oh my God. We need to stop this.
I can't help but think if any of us ran for... If one of us were going to be the next Prime Minister, they'd listen back to all of these episodes and go, no, we can't do this.
But in all fairness, though, we'd still be less farcical than
Yeah, I don't think politicians are held up to that same account anymore, really.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, the stuff Boris Johnson said and Donald Trump says. Like,
yeah.
They're basically just invincible now. It doesn't matter. They could have said any old shit. Our chat about cherry tomato shrapnel or whatever won't have an effect on the British electorate.
That'll be page one on the manifesto. Do you also get hit by...
We need to splice the cherry tomatoes. They shouldn't be sold whole anymore. It's a real problem. That'd be my pledge. Sliced cherry tomatoes.
I'd vote.
As would I.
I would be the best candidate, though. That is the frightening thing at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, that would be the most sensible pledge.
Yeah. At least it's a plan.
one that's doable as well.
Yeah. The only attainable goal right there.
I should say, Josh, welcome back to the show.
Course.
Thank you very
Josh.
much.
Yes.
Pleasure to be here, thank you.
How have you been?
Been very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well.
You've had a birthday. Happy
I
birthday.
know, since the
Happy
last time I
birthday.
saw you, I've had to invest in a lot of face creams and all that. The wrinkles are starting to show now.
Quarter of a century has arrived.
Yeah, it's a mere miracle, to be honest with you, that I've
Oh,
managed
you made it this far.
Are you feeling the quarter life crisis come on at all?
No, it's just every day's a blessing. That it's, I
Just
feel
thankful
like
to wake up at this
absolutely.
point.
I feel like I don't know if you remember. It's very like in joke. This remember Charlie Gillies when he said if I make it to 21, it'll be a miracle.
You've outlasted Charlie Gillies.
Yeah.
We think.
I know, yeah.
That's been my ethos from there on in. That 21 going up is I'll take every day I can get, thank you.
The listener is baffled.
Absolutely. The Argentinian listenership is just absolutely... We're tuned out now.
But part of me thinks he left some time ago.
No, I have faith it's growing. It's a growing market in South
do you
America.
think?
Yeah. the dodging death is expanding in the Latin communities.
It's one of the causes of one of the revolutions.
I think my Madrid stories gave a relatable edge to the Latin communities.
Yeah.
Oh, it probably was a lovely boost last week.
Yeah, I hope.
Actually, that's a good point. Though.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. If you've got any more anecdotes about that,
Yeah, actually, I haven't seen you since you've come back. So the question was.
Well, Josh, you have to listen to the previous episode, I think.
Oh, is it one of those you don't want to talk about it?
I outline it, my time in Madrid.
I thought you were walking funny.
You also passed your
theory test
test
this week.
Congratulations
Thank
again.
you very much. I thought it was probably about time, wasn't it?
It's a celebratory episode for you.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's been a celebratory few weeks, to be fair. Yeah, so I passed my theory test.
Yes. How did you find the experience?
It's a weird place, isn't it? You go in there, it's very,
it's a very sterile environment.
It is.
Ooh,
yeah,
sterile
sterile is a
environment.
great way to describe it, actually.
Yeah.
I walked in there and I felt like I was being accused of something immediately, as if I'd done something wrong.
Were you wearing a ski mask at the time?
The balaclava didn't help, to be honest with you.
I don't know if you saw this. Nick Knowles, friend of the show.
Oh, we love Nick Knowles on the show.
He has recently had a driving ban.
Oh, why is that then?
Because he was speeding and using his phone.
Do you know what? That doesn't surprise me at all.
Oh, no, it's very, very Knowles-esque,
It is.
isn't it?
It's the braggadocious kind of move of Knowles, that, isn't it?
But what is even more Knowles than you'd expect, he represented himself.
Oh, of course Nick Knowles did. Of course. It's the most on-brand thing I've ever heard in my life.
When I read that, I howled.
He bought himself a new wig, that's what it was. Like.
I'm going to do this DIY. Oh, Nick.
Him and like Craig Phillips, they both represent themselves.
Oh, absolutely, they do. With no knowledge of the law either.
None.
Yeah,
they're basing it on one episode of Ally McBeal.
And rogue traders.
Yeah. Do you think Nick Knowles is an Ally McBeal fan?
Oh, I think he watches nothing else.
No point signing up to this Netflix lark. You haven't got McBeal.
Yeah, I'm delighted at that news though.
Will Nick Knowles now have to like redo his theory?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, so he'll have to like.
No, I mean,
no, I don't think so.
He knows it was wrong.
I thought he might have to like reapply for his whole license again.
No, I think it just like he pays a fine, few months, he can go back to it.
It makes it a little bit less impressive, doesn't it? You know, as in he's representing himself. And no, I was wrong.
Oh yeah, you know,
what I'd
I
like
don't
is he
think,
put
I don't
up a
think he's
fight.
got it in him to put a guilty plea on Nick Knowles. I think he'd be
He
saying
bought
all kinds to try and like, Nick, we've got you on camera, pal.
yeah, he's like his own Mr. Loophole.
I actually seen a picture of Nick Knowles the other day. Quite funny. He had like an Indian headdress on.
Oh,
Another hat.
Yeah,
I'm not sure that's all right.
I know. Yeah, I thought that actually. Yeah, it's on a Paul Denan parody Instagram account. There was Nick Knowles picture.
Oh, by the way, which is
going on in this to unpack.
it is absolutely.
Oh yeah, this is my recommended. How I recommend you spend your time this week. Go on a Paul Denan parody Instagram account called Denanagram. It is
it is
just superb. It is like it's a mock memoirs
That is
of
great.
tales from Paul Denan from the early 2000s,
Oh, it is.
and it's got loads of dodging death favourites in there. It's got your Knowles, it's got your Dr. Fox,
It's got your Gaffney in there.
it's got your Gaffney. Yeah, it is such a worthy way to spend some of your time.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
The Nanogram. that's the Instagram handle.
I feel like Dodging Death Podcast is going to follow me, Josh, Paul, and the Nanogram. Oh, that's great. Does Knowles have an Instagram?
Oh,
I feel like we should know this, actually.
we should.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will.
I don't
either.
think he's got much of a social media presence.
Well,
Knowles.
maybe his most recent one is him outside the courtroom, fists aloft.
in an Indian headdress.
They have to call him back in because of it.
Yeah, the jury went, Nick, that's not okay, you know. You're not getting us on our side, on your side.
Oh, he does?
No, he doesn't.
Okay, game for you.
Oh, impromptu game.
How many followers does Nick Knowles, friend of the show, have?
Not enough. I think he should be the most followed person on it.
I think that he
Gotta be in the
has
thousands.
212,000 followers.
Okay.
Do you know what? As much as I love Knowles, I think he's got less than that. I'm going 88,000.
88,000?
Yep.
Well, Nick Knowles has 368,000 followers.
What?
Quite right, too.
No, rightly so. I mean,
And what is very funny, his most recent post is him at a corporate event. Keynote speaker Nick Knowles. But he's got, so in his bio, DIY SOS 20th year. Wow.
That's in its
20th
season.
year.
Wow.
Who Dares Wins 12th year. 2018 I'm a Celebrity Camper.
I don't know they were called that. I thought they were contestants.
I think so as well. I think
he's gave himself the camper title, hasn't he?
writer, producer.
He's wrote nothing. A novel in progress.
I reckon he might be like an associate producer on DIY SOS.
Yeah.
And Who Dares Win?
Yeah. Writer, producer, movie, Golden Years.
Golden
What?
Years?
He's in his movie.
He's in a film.
I don't know. We can.
Nick
Oh,
Knowles
we
is
need-
leading man material, to be fair, isn't he?
Do you think he still wears his utility belt?
I envy the person who's gets to share the screen with Nick Knowles.
Oh, he draws the eye.
Oh,
doesn't he?
wow, yeah.
iTunes #1 single, Archaeology, Vegan, Book and Cafe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Book and Cafe.
I don't
What
know
does
what
that
it
mean?
means.
What does that mean?
He is a cafe.
He is a cafe and he is a book.
Not a great book, though.
No,
He's,
no.
A holiday read at best.
Yeah, he's a quick read, isn't he?
Yeah, a discounted item in a double great trip in the airport. That's the Nick Knowles book. I feel like he should be our 5th follower, though.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we should follow him after the nanogram. It should be Knowles.
A bit of an honorary follow Knowles.
Yeah. We talk about him so much. We've got to give him something back.
Do you think we'll be able to message him with an episode and like somewhat get in touch?
We could
just make sure that
into his DMs.
And let's do whatever it takes.
That's the first time I've ever used that phrase out loud.
It rolled off the tongue though.
First time you've said it, it's not the first time you've done it right. Look at those. The
Not
look.
on earth.
Unfortunately though, he is using the @dodgingdeath Instagram. I can see all the messages. And let me tell you, he really does love that Nanagram page. It's not actually Paul doing it, Ryan.
It just took me a while to find out there's a parody.
I saw a thing today. I don't know if this is just me it affected, but I saw a man sitting on a bench eating a yogurt.
Oh.
And I was filled with rage at this grown man eating a yogurt in public.
What's wrong with that?
Was it with a spoon? Did he have a spoon?
Yeah, he's not just tipping it in.
No, if he was just like dipping the tongue in and like
Like an anteater.
I think that would like offend me. But
No, cracking it to tip the balls into the...
Oh, it was like a Muller corner.
It was a Muller corner, yeah.
Do you know what? I've got no problem with
Do
it.
you know what?
I'm a big fan of a yogurt.
I'm with Josh on this one. I think yogurt's very acceptable for a public eat.
I think it's both unacceptable for a public eat and unacceptable over the age of 12.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the yogurt is a
No.
great afternoon snack.
Yeah, get the Yonkin Bio yogurt or whatever it's called.
What are
I'll tell you what, it's a
we
bloody
talking about?
delight.
For the 9-to-5 worker. I thought you
Is there any more to this?
You looked at me as though you were about to leave. Normally, you interrupt me regularly. I expected an interruption there. For the 9-to-5 worker. The yogurt is an excellent afternoon snack because it's relatively healthy
Yeah.
and it's quite filling. So for quite practical reasons, it's lovely to have around half 3.
Oh, I see
Actually,
that.
that's a good question. What is your like work snack? What are you eating at work? Because I feel like you have to be a little bit kind of careful as to what you're.
Well, for me, there's no better mid-morning snack than a banana.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's just.
Do you agree, Steve?
For practicalities, it fills a hole.
How do you peel?
There's only one way to peel, isn't there?
Oh,
don't be
no,
ridiculous,
no.
Ryan.
Oh, see, I'm only aware of. I'm no banana peel technician, so I only know the one way. Where
You have one on the daily. And
yeah, for on the daily, and I'm not an overly fan of the flavour because it's relatively bland, but I think it's a very filling fruit.
but too much potassium to have one every day, though.
Well, Peter Andre nearly died, didn't he, for having too many bananas? Do you remember that story? Peter Andre, he was having so many bananas, he overdosed on potassium, and he had crazy stomach pains.
No way.
And was rushed to hospital. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kidney Price will do to you suicide bid.
Suicide by banana. It was an odd attempt by Andre. Forget those sleeping tablets. I'm going for the nana. How much are the sleeping tablets? Get a bunch of 12 for £1.
He's like the knockoff Marilyn Monroe, isn't he?
I wonder how many bananas did it take for it to be an overdose on him? Did he have like 17 bananas and it was a fan, and he looked and was like, I just need that 18th one, and he bit into it, and I was like, oh no,
Something is amiss.
His stomach started rumbling.
I think it'll be much less than that.
Yeah.
Do you?
I think it'll be 8 bananas.
Oh,
Yeah.
less than 10.
And I'll tell you the reason for it.
Go on.
You can never buy a bunch of more than 8 bananas.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that's for health reason. I think that's just how they are grown.
I reckon it's nature's way.
Yeah.
No. We need Paul here to Google this. Really.
I think it would be quite a fun feature.
Oh,
Ryan, you can do it if you want.
bring back Williams World Records from Ferrero Rochers to bananas. Can you mimic Peter Andre's potassium overdose? Tell you what, that is good content. That's exactly
solid
what you need
content.
How would you peel it? You obviously have to do the thing with like the...
Well, so the peeling technique, Ryan, what you're doing, there's like the stump at the end.
Yes.
And you're pulling back on that.
Yes, that is my technique. I thought that was the only one.
No, because how often does the stump snap off in your hands?
Oh, regularly, very regularly.
Well, the monkeys.
The expert of the banana.
Yeah. And they had some absolute bangers as well. The monkeys are such like you're at a 40th birthday party.
Oh,
yeah.
Deacon Blue.
And the monkeys, and then I saw her face. I think that's them, isn't it? No,
it is.
I'm a believer.
Yeah. Oh, it's the song called I'm a Believer. I thought it was, and then I saw her face. Quite stupid, that really.
It sounds quite harsh when you word it that way.
And then I saw her face.
Yeah. Yeah, so the monkeys, expert peelers,
Mm-hmm.
they don't go for the stumpy end. They go for the flat end.
Yeah.
And you pinch.
Yeah, and it
And
releases
just like
it.
splits open.
It releases it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I am absolutely going to try this out this week. Yeah.
Having said this though, Josh, I remember trying to teach Ryan how to correctly open a Kit Kat.
Oh, this is still one of the moments that overwhelms me the most. The day I discovered the correct way to open a Kit Kat. And Steve did show me. And
I'm
I
actually not sure if I do know the...
Do you not know? Okay, well you can explain again.
Yes.
Are we talking about the 4-finger one?
Well, when I showed up with Ryan, it was the 2-fingered.
Okay.
Just to give you the full context there.
So it's just anything which is like...
Any
fingered one.
It's when it's got the
it's
tin foil
the tin foil around it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So instead of like trying to pry away at the tinfoil at the back, it's absolutely ridiculous. Mm-hmm. What are you gesturing there?
I was gesturing a fold.
Remember, this is an audio medium here, Josh.
I thought you were mimicking how's the Rubik's Cube.
I suppose in many ways it is like that, though. I feel like you'd have to kind of like fold it over.
Yeah,
and then you drag, you kind of like, you can cut along.
Yes, you've got it. So you take the index finger, I'm holding it aloft at the minute.
Yeah.
And you pop it between the crevice and drag down.
Excuse me?
And
And it makes a lovely slice.
a lovely split down the
yeah,
middle.
yeah, and it's very easy to open
to access the fingers.
But my dexterity is relatively shit. So
Other than your thumb.
I struggle. I
Yeah.
struggle.
Even with the thumb. Do you know
No.
what, your bendy thumbs, is it on both hands or is it just like
It's
an
on
anomaly
both. It's
Yeah.
on both, as and it's on Jessica Alba's both as well.
How has your week been, Ryan?
My week has been fine.
Yeah.
Well, there was an episode,
Okay.
which I thought would be,
I was hoping there would be.
yeah, it was to be a very bland answer.
We'll just have some quiet time now.
It was fine. we had an intruder into the Paton household. This
Oh
week.
no!
What happened?
It
Was it Paul? An unwanted guest.
It was not. It was not a human.
Oh.
It was a mouse.
Oh, a
Mouse.
mouse.
Yeah. So I was awoken. Awoken, is that a word?
Yeah, that's a word.
Yeah. I was awoken by my mother's screams,
Oh dear.
and it. I was thinking, what? You could do an amazing impression of my mum there, Josh. You've nailed the huskiness there.
To be fair, I didn't think Josh's was husky enough.
My mum does not have a husky voice, to clarify. So I was woken to screams. So I was naturally
What time of day is this?
it was about 7 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, so
It's not a work day then.
Well, annoyingly, it was actually a weekend. So this was my day off.
Oh, you wanted a lovely
Oh.
lie-in.
I wanted to lie in. I normally wake up at like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
But I wanted to lie in. But I was awoken by screams at 7 a.m. on a weekend. So I thought, what on earth is happening?
Yeah.
I go downstairs. My mum is she's in a hectic state.
Oh dear.
I think this something drastic has happened. She's just received some terrible news.
Yeah.
She comes to me, hurried tone. Ryan, there's something in the house. There's a burglar. There's a burglar that I am going to have to shoo away.
Reprimand.
No, it was a mouse. It was a rodent.
What? So paint the picture. What are you wearing at the time?
All right. Well,
Yeah. My lingerie I always wear to bed.
What were you
I
wearing?
can't believe my mother had to see me in that state.
It was a weekend.
Yeah, with my fluffy negligee.
No, I think it's important to know there's been a scream.
Yeah, no.
You go dashing out of the room.
Well, I suppose I normally just sleep in the boxer shorts.
Yeah.
I knew I was going down the stairs, so I did. But so I wasn't quite as rushed
So
as
I
what
did
I
take
should.
him off.
No, I put on. That's the first thing I did. I have to get naked. No, I put like a short and a t-shirt on. So it's just it was generic house attire that I was greeted to.
Yeah, but I just think if there's a scream, surely you immediately dash.
I know.
Do you go? I'll pop on the 3-piece.
Well, I know. Well, now you put it like that, it paints me in a bad light. That
Let me just iron a shirt.
even if it was a burglar, I think a burglar wouldn't want to be greeted by a topless house guest. I think you go, well, put some clothes on before you kick me out and phone the police. At least have a bit of dignity, will you?
Would there have been a secondary scream?
So I had a t-shirt and shorts very handily, so I could whip them on in about like 2 seconds. That sounded like a brag, didn't it? I put my clothes on very, very quickly. You won't believe how quick I put my clothes on. So I put the t-shirt and shorts on. I went down the stairs. My mum was in a state. She was in a frenzy.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. But she got a very over weekend, to be honest. I don't know why she was up at 7 a.m. but she was. And
that seems to be the least important part of the story. Right.
But then as I came down the stairs and she said, "There's a mouse in the house," which excellent bit of rhyme there.
Did you stop her?
Yeah, I went, "Oh, lovely wordplay there, mother." You can see where I get it from. No, so there was a mouse. So I went into the front room and I saw it behind the couch.
You immediately saw the mouse?
No, well, so I didn't immediately see it. My mum said it'd gone under the couch. It scurried under the couch.
Okay.
So I kind of pulled the couch out, and then I could see it. Its beady little eyes looking right up at me. I said, "Thank God you've got some clothes on." The last house I went into, he just had his boxes. A monster. Me, a poor mouse. So I saw the mouse and I was quite panicked. Even despite me having
Well, yeah, but
there was no shock value for me. I knew there was going to be a mouse there, but even still, I was quite startled.
Yeah, but was this the adrenaline of the situation, or was it seeing the mouse that caused it?
It's a good question. I'm going to say it was seeing the mouse.
Yeah,
I think seeing the mouse. Actually, I've never saw one in my house before, so it was quite it was a shock to see it in that sort of surroundings.
Yeah, of course.
I just didn't expect it, despite
the prior warning.
Yeah, the fact that I should have been completely expecting that situation, but it still took me by surprise.
Okay.
But it was the mouse. The sight of the mouse on my front room floor was just.
You'll never be able to get rid of that memory.
No, it's stained, it's scarred into my mind.
So how did you get rid of it?
Well, we thought that we'd just trap it behind the couch so we couldn't move away because we knew where it was. So we still needs to keep the mouse in plain sight.
Okay.
So
they are cunning, the mice.
Oh, very cunning.
Yeah.
And they dash.
Oh, they do dash. That pitter patter.
They dart. You need, once you've got it in your sight, you need to keep it there. Otherwise, if you lose it once, you lose it forever.
You do.
It could be just a permanent guest. It's a member of the family. Yeah. on Christmas, we put a third plate out for the mouse. He might come back. It's rude otherwise, isn't it?
Sounds like a squatter.
So we pushed the rug up against the couch to block the re-entry from under the couch.
Okay, so like the longs. What about the now exposed shorter sides?
Well, the shorter sides, we basically built like a den for the mouse. Really,
it was
never DIY. Yeah, it was a thought. We need a nose there.
It's an undertaking, this, isn't it?
But it was like
Knowles is too busy representing himself somewhere.
Yeah, he was in court. got his voicemail. Which I imagine is fantastic. Nick Knowles' voicemail.
Oh,
he definitely has some sort of gag.
No, you know what? I still think Nick is now the only person who does the hello.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, and then you start the conversation. 100% Noel still does the ruse. So we built a fort for the mouse base essentially. Yeah, but it was totally makeshift, just based on whatever we could get our hands on. So.
Well, so what are you now covering the sides with?
Well, there was like we've got like some table, like a cluster of tables. So we put that there, and then like that covered like one side. Yeah, and the other side there was like, I don't know. We had like a board game.
Board game? Yeah. Was it Mousetrap?
Oh, very good.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't know Mousetrap, but excellent gag nonetheless. There. No, so it was like I think it was Cluedo, and so we built up this den for the mouse.
You seem to love Cluedo. It's as if you've always got ready access to a game.
Cluedo is it's my game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's I'm very good at Cluedo.
We've never played.
Well, I
thing-
feel like I'd wipe the floor with you. So,
Really?
Yeah. I think it'd be quite embarrassing. So then me mum, for some reason, once we trapped the mouse,
Yeah.
with our makeshift den, she contacted my uncle because she thought he was the guy to contact in this
To
situation.
deal with it?
Yeah, he'd sort it out.
But that was
Okay.
a blow to the ego, wasn't it? Right?
And I was like, I've just constructed this den. And but then I think he had like a mouse trap thing in his house.
Why's your uncle got this?
He must have had a mouse infestation at some point in his life.
Kept the paraphernalia.
I have no idea. I was still half asleep. So my mum left to go to my uncle's to get.
Oh, you were alone with the mouse?
So I was alone with the mouse, and it was for a good old time. It was just me, and my mum was quite insistent on not letting the mouse leave my sight. So, and because I was still in like a half-conscious state, I just took that as though I needed to do it.
Yeah.
So I just remained staring at it like half asleep on my weekend morning.
What was the mouse? Did it know it was trapped? Was it scurrying?
No, I think it was quite comfortable in the den.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it made itself a home. So my mum was gone for about it was like 40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And it was just me and the mouse in
Oh
this.
God! Did you bond?
We did.
Was he your Stuart Little?
Yeah, but then my mum came back with the mouse traps.
Okay.
But then as
Plural.
Yeah, there was more. Well, I thought we just put it in the den that we
I
created.
assume you were just going to drop it in and
Yeah, but for some reason,
await the snapping sound.
yeah, but for some reason we didn't, and my mum like moved the rug, and then the mouse immediately
released?
scurried. Yeah, it scurried out, and so I was like, I've just spent like an hour watching
Mad
this.
move.
Yeah, watching this mouse, and it's just scurried into like the fireplace. So I was like, oh, that's a bit annoying. And then we placed the mouse traps around the front room.
Yeah.
And then later that day, my mum's asked me, "Oh, have you seen the mouse again?"
Yeah.
And I jokingly said, in like in a sarcastic voice, that it's being trapped by the. Oh yeah! Oh God, I can't believe it. And then my mum was like, "Oh yeah," like laughed it off. She realised I was being sarcastic.
You being a one.
Yeah, and then as I walked away, and then she walked to the mouse traps, I heard for the second time that day a scream, because in that like 2-second period between me saying it's not there, the mouse is obviously like scurried out, being allured by the by whatever was on the trap,
The bait.
and unfortunately,
Met its demise.
yeah.
It sounds to me, you described it as a fort. Sounds to me like a bloody coliseum. What you've designed there is a coliseum for a mouse.
Well, I admired my handiwork, to be honest.
It sounded very cushy.
Yeah. Well, at least the mouse got to experience,
Yeah. Before, what do you put to lure the mouse to the trap? Is it cheese or is that a cartoon thing?
I don't think we used cheese.
No.
but I think it was just like anything, like
Just single origin bean from It's got a fantastic palate, this mouse. They've already moved on into the 21st century.
My dad got a story he revels in telling. I've heard it so many times. A mouse came into the house once with him, and the same thing. His eyes were like, "Oh, I'm watching where this thing's going."
Yeah.
And he said he saw it go to the curtain, scurry up the curtain, and then along the curtain rail, above, and just kind of stopped in the middle. Now, he used to be a postman. He works the fire service now, but used to be a postman. And around his wrist, he'd often just have a bundle of elastic bands, because that's what postmen seem to do.
Yes.
So he took one of the elastic bands off, aimed it
And shot it.
towards the mouse, shot it. Mouse is stunned, fell to the ground.
Oh my
Kills
God.
Well, he just stunned it. And then he threw it into the garden.
Oh, yeah. No wonder he retells that story so often.
Bloody hell, isn't
that?
Unbelievable.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, ridiculous aim.
My God.
Yeah, that's incredible.
That is an amazing shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That mouse couldn't up when he saw the elastic band coming towards him.
Yeah. When he looked, he went, "Yeah, you try from there." I've met people like you before, ambitious folk with elastic bands.
Have you ever had any run-ins with mice, Josh?
I have. So I've worked in a few coffee stores before.
Yeah.
And in one...
Oh, you're not going to put us off any of the local establishments?
It's not local.
are you?
It's when I was living in France, I was working in a particular coffee store, and there was a mouse that started to
frequent
the the cafe.
A regular.
It became a regular.
And it was order. The usual.
Well, it ended up becoming a bit of an issue in that the owner obviously wanted the mouse,
Well, you'd hope so.
removed.
Yeah.
However, it became a little bit of a mascot. This mouse for
really?
the
Did the French embrace?
they loved him.
Really?
Yeah, loved him.
I guess since Ratatouille,
It's funny.
attitudes have changed.
Exactly. It's funny you should say it because we ended up calling him Remy.
Remy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually called him Remy. And we put up a big fight saying, no, you can't kill Remy.
Oh.
You know, that would be...
I mean, he looks adorable in that chef, actually.
it ended up because obviously there was a kitchen there and stuff like that. And he did
Yeah.
actually, obviously, being a mouse, he used to patrol the kitchen.
Yeah.
So Remy was his name.
Okay.
So in a typically French manner...
Yeah.
They all joined together
Oh, class.
and prevented Remy's extermination.
Workers unite.
It really was.
They all wore the high visors.
Remy got a bit too big for his boots in the end. He got a bit power crazy. So we got rid of him. Be honest with him.
Off with his head.
On the vermin, I was on a train the other day.
There's no way to talk about other pedestrians.
The other commuters.
Yeah, the other commuters, pardon me.
And I was the only one in a carriage until a pigeon came flying in.
Oh.
Yeah. So a pigeon flew in and it's just like walking up and down. And then like Basil Fawlty, the ticket inspector burst through the door. Is that a pigeon?
Have you got your ticket, mate?
Yeah. The chicken does the classic searches his Pat's pockets. Oh, honestly, it must be somewhere.
I just dropped it. Oh, I must have dropped it on.
Oh, I can't believe this.
It's like Mr. Bean-esque character comes up bouncing down the carriage, chasing the pigeon. But the pigeon continues to walk away from it. Yeah, this really sassy pigeon on the train.
Did it remain on the ground?
Remained on the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, he could not catch him. So, as I say, I'm the only one there. The pigeon walks and goes underneath where I'm sat. So kind of directly below me is the pigeon.
Yeah.
The inspector comes over. He reaches underneath me with his bare hands, grabs the pigeon.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
As you know, I have a phobia of pigeons. So
Yeah,
the
you do,
idea of someone like touching a pigeon with their bare hands, absolutely.
It's grotesque, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
But I thought
Makes
your
me-
issue was the flapping wings.
Oh no, my issue is
The general-
It's with the whole pigeon. It's just that the fact that they are quite like
The dirt.
yeah.
Anyway, he was fine with it and just threw it off.
And he just ran to the door and threw it out.
Well, at that point, he was at one with the pigeon.
Oh,
so he just
really?
like strolled over to
He was
it.
stroking it.
Yeah. He was cooing.
I'll see you later.
I finish at 10.
You can come for a ride anytime.
I'll get you a day ride. If not.
Shall we go into the feature?
Yes.
Josh, you have one for us this week.
Yes, I do.
And you've just pulled out a tiny notepad as if you're solving
done a bit of
crimes
work.
in your spare time.
I do feel a bit like Columbo.
Just one more thing.
It makes me feel very...
Lieutenant Steinmeier's walked in.
It does make me feel very kind of as if I'm on patrol.
Yeah.
It'd be like an extra on Heartbeat.
Okay, so what is the feature called?
Okay, so this, obviously, as we all know, I'm sure listeners are aware as well by now that we like to use our names with puns.
Yeah, we do.
we
do.
Puns and names is a must for the future.
There's such a joy in finding that.
Mhm.
So what's this one?
So this week's one is Oh My Josh.
Oh, that's
huge
good.
fan. Huge fan.
I tell you, I'm excited about this feature already.
Okay, so the premise of the feature is I'm going to say three rounds. I'll do one question with 3 answers of each round, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So one of them is true.
Okay.
2 of them are not true, okay?
And these are facts.
Yes. So
Okay.
one of them is a fact, but
The other 2 are false facts.
yes.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming that these are facts that make us shake our head in disbelief and say, "Oh my Josh."
Yes, indeed. Indeed. That would be the idea, yes, Ryan. So here we go with Oh My Josh.
Oh my Josh.
Round 1.
Round 1.
The first round is geography themed.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of a themed round.
your eyes lit up when a theme was mentioned there,
Well, it was-
Ryan.
It was pretty much inspired by, obviously, we've all had a little bit of jet setting recently.
Ah,
So
that's true.
I thought, a little bit topical.
Yes.
And also, I know that we're conscious of our health here as well. You like a bit of a fad,
I do enjoy a fad.
a health fad.
Oh, love
and,
a
we had
fad.
the kombucha thing.
The
didn't we?
kombucha. So I
Yeah.
wanted to link it in a little bit. So
Okay.
it's basically, which country do you think is the healthiest place in the world to live?
Oh.
Healthiest place to live
Just overall.
overall.
Overall, it's been recognised. I'll give you 3 options.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. I appreciate the options.
Okay. So your first option is Thailand.
Okay.
You've just been there.
I'm going to rule that one out.
Oh, okay.
Your second option,
I'm just thinking let's take the pad thai as the classic dish. There's lots of oils in the pad thai, isn't there?
Yeah.
The cooking oils.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I take your point.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. But they do love a veggie. So
Yes. And they have the sun there. So,
they do have the sun.
So you're obviously a lot to think about.
Yeah.
So your second option,
I'm mulling.
you're mulling, which
Yeah.
is good. That's what we like, a bit of mulling. So your second option
Yes.
is Denmark.
Oh, this is the current favourite.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
The Scandies are a healthy bunch.
Oh,
The-
they are a
the
healthy
Scandies
bunch.
are leading the way, aren't they? at the
Yeah,
moment?
they are. They are.
And your third option is Panama.
Panama.
Yeah.
That would surprise me.
It would surprise
that would
me.
surprise me. I'll be honest.
A very efficient canal they've got.
And they've got the hats.
And the hats. But what do they have in the way of food stuff?
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I can't think of a Panamanian cuisine. Is Panamanian a word? Have I invented that?
No, Panamanian is a word, I'd
Is
say.
it?
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm going to go Panamanian.
And if it isn't, it is now.
I think we're both in agreement on this one, aren't we?
I think so. We were so keen at the time.
Yeah, we've got to go. I think B Denmark. We've got to go B Denmark.
Denmark.
Are you in agreement?
Agreement.
Okay.
Final answer.
So I can confirm
Yes.
that the healthiest place in the world to live.
Oh, the way he's ramping this. Have I
We're-
misjudged
we're
Thailand?
Incorrect. I think we're incorrect.
Is Panama?
Oh, is it?
Panama?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
They must be so overjoyed with the hats that they're so happy that makes it just healthy. Just there.
Apparently, it has the perfect balance of sun to rain for for the human body, as well as the highest amount of kind of food production in regards to what the human body needs.
Wow.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That has took me by surprise.
Wow, yeah, I would have never guessed that.
So yeah,
You know
Panama.
what? Oh my Josh!
Oh my Josh.
So that's where we're all off to next.
Yeah, got any cruises going around Panama way?
I've been to Panama many times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What's it like? Healthy?
I mean, I never really got that impression. No. But, I wasn't particularly looking for that, though. So,
You weren't scrutinised the health of the place.
no. If anything, I would have been disappointed by the lack of butter. So,
Where's the escargot? As you often demand as soon as you land at shore.
was your first escargot with me on the ship?
It was, and,
Yeah.
and still my only escargot.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, that's
You know what? Where could we go locally for escargot?
where could we escargot?
Oh,
Good.
Thank you.
Very good.
You know what? This seems like a discussion we should have off air.
The park probably is probably your best bet to get
I'm
some.
going to Google escargot near me.
Yeah. Probably the wreck is probably your best. It's probably your best bet round here.
Just the snail on the street, does that count as escargot?
No.
Like, what needs to happen to the snail to become escargot?
It needs to be cooked, mate.
It's that simple. If I cook the snail on the street, then is that escargot?
But is it a different breed of snail? Is there a specific breed? We did a decent amount of research into escargot at one
Yeah,
point.
because there's a lot of snail farms.
There's farms, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the second round, Josh.
Okay. well, I think it was a good effort in the first round.
Thank you.
Unlucky. I can see your logic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So second round is topical
Okay.
and also literary themed.
Oh.
So here we go with round 2.
Round 2.
So today is Bloomsday.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you, what does it celebrate? Bloomsday.
Well,
I assume it's not Orlando.
Well,
Oh.
Okay.
so I'm going to give you.
I'll wait for the options.
So I will give you 3 options.
okay. I mean,
Don't rule out. So the first option is it the official recognised date of the summer flowers in their flowering?
okay.
It could be that. That would make sense.
Is it the second option,
Yes.
a fan-made day
Oh.
for Orlando Bloom?
No way.
There's no way.
Or is it
I'm on the edge of my seat here, Josh.
or is it in celebration of James Joyce and Ulysses?
I know you're a big James Joyce fan.
But-
So I for that reason, I think he'd be aware of the day.
Yes. However, he's also aware of the dodging death demographic.
So it's flowers, Orlando.
Orlando or James Joyce?
Joyce.
Yeah. I think I'm going to say A.
Do you think A?
I think A. As a bit of a stab in the dark, though,
I think I'm leaning towards C.
because Josh being the host.
Yes.
Yeah, but as a medium, then you should go for B, shouldn't you, Orlando? Your gut did say Orlando.
My gut did say
that is
Orlando,
true.
but I thought...
which is your ABBA coming out, isn't it?
No, I don't think there's a fan-made day for Orlando
Nor
Bloom.
do I. Not one
Yeah,
that's been embraced enough.
Yeah, I leapt into that thinking as like a silly remark, to be honest.
Yeah. You being a bit of a character on the air.
Me being a character on air.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. I mean, it's very possible that it's the flowers.
It's very possible it's a flower. So,
But with Josh being the host.
as well, like I said early on in the show,
Yeah.
I have had a massive hay fever flare up today. It could be
That-
due to the flower bloom.
It could be. It could be the bloomage. I'm going to leave this with you, Ryan. I trust you with this.
Well, I'm gonna go. Do you know what? I'm going C. I'm going Joyce.
Joyce?
Yep, I'm going Joyce.
So, final answer?
Yeah,
Final
C.
answer, Joyce.
C.
It is indeed.
Yes.
A celebration of James Joyce. It is indeed. So it's named after one of the main characters in Ulysses, Leopold Bloom.
Oh. See, I have read. Well, I have read some of Ulysses. But it was just chapter 5 because I did a university
Why specifically
essay on
chapter 5?
it. I have not. I can't remember, to be honest.
Is that how you judge books?
I'd
Just
read-
pick a random?
Chapter 5.
A random,
If it ain't good on chapter 5,
No,
I
I'd
ain't
read-
reading it.
To tell a lie, I'd read up to chapter 5, and that was quite weighty. So I
Were you not
I knew
hooked?
I could drag out an essay from
Yeah.
that, and then because it was so long, and I didn't have.
That's a good tip for any students. You just
Yeah.
pick a lofty book.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
read the first 5 chapters.
Yeah.
And,
just work
no
it.
book is more lofty than Ulysses.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, is there a third round?
There is indeed. So this is the final round.
Yes.
So this is going to be a bit more of a kind of anecdotal round. And I'm going to tell you kind of the premise of 3 stories.
Right.
Today's also Father's Day.
As you recall this, it is Father's Day.
Yes. So these 3 stories, I'll give you the premise. They're all in relation to my dad. Now,
Okay.
my dad is a bit of a character.
Right.
Let's put it this way. So
Old Suntan George.
He has been known to be called Suntan George. So I will give you the premise of 3 stories.
Okay.
You have to decide which one is
True.
I'm actually going to say which one is false. I'll give you
2 real life
ones.
anecdotes.
2 real life anecdotes.
and I will
one
give
is
you
false.
one which is false.
Okay.
So we have to guess the false.
Yes, I
false
want you
one.
to guess the one which is not correct.
Got it.
So here's round 3.
Round 3.
So my dad was part of the sinking on the maiden voyage of a boat.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
My dad, he saved somebody's life after being gored by a bull. Or C, my dad, he can speak 5 languages, including Arabic.
Oh, okay.
So, sinking of the ship,
Yeah.
gored by a bull,
Yeah.
5 languages.
Yes. I mean, of the 3,
The most like one that would seem more realistic and normal would be to speak 5 languages. That'd be quite impressive.
it would.
I mean, he has travelled a lot.
Yeah. I feel like bulls can be aggressive.
Bulls can be aggressive. They gore humans when prompted.
Yeah, and you're from Wales originally, Josh?
Yes.
Are they known for the bulls
So
in
it-
Wales?
I feel like the bulls are more of a Spanish thing, is it not?
Well, it was in Spain where it took place.
Ah. They have bulls in Wales, don't they? With the big ring through the nose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't sure the bull was around in Wales.
Yeah.
It's merely a male cow.
Oh, do you know what?
Is that right?
That's,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
a male cow is a bull.
Yeah.
Oh, are all cows females?
Yeah, so a cow is female and a bull is male.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
That's why the order.
Yeah, and you know what? Now you've said it, I guess it makes sense. But I just assumed the ones that we get milk from are just the female ones. That's a bombshell to me, that.
Oh my Josh.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so in Spain, it adds some texture to the story,
It does.
which makes me think
But
It's real.
it's true.
But okay, and I will also say, so my dad, he's worked as a coach driver, and he's driven across the whole of the continent, and he did drive also down in Saudi Arabia as well.
Okay.
I think he knows Arabic.
Well, I mean, just because he passed by doesn't necessarily mean he picked up the language.
That's true, but it mean that if he was driving there regularly,
Yeah, he did.
Then he was
He's engaging with the locals.
Yeah, and go, do you know, and that's prompt him to learn the language.
Tell you this as well. If I was doing long distance driving, I'd have many a CD playing for the languages.
It's true.
Yeah,
That's
you've got to
true.
pass the time somehow.
So I think
I
think the lie is that
is the boat that
I
sunk.
don't think nothing that you have told us about his past involves water-based travel. So I think the lie that will not make me say, "Oh my Josh," is the not fact that he was on a maiden boat sinkage.
Yes, so
I'm saying A is the lie.
A is
you
the
think
lie.
A is the lie.
Yes.
Okay, are you both in agreement?
Agreed.
Agreed.
Okay, so I can reveal
Yes.
that the lie is C.
Oh.
I did not expect that.
Yeah, so my dad, his friend,
Yes.
bought a boat.
Okay.
Who he lived in one of the most inland areas of the UK and decided to buy a speedboat, all right?
Yeah.
So they took it to a beach in Wales and
What's the cost of a speedboat? I've got literally no idea.
I have no idea, right?
I
Maybe
have no idea.
No.
I don't know, maybe £1,000 maybe.
Oh, I
don't
would
know.
have thought like 20.
I mean, you're getting top of the range for that, surely.
I don't know. I've got genuinely no clue.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
could
know.
be someone could tell me £600 and someone could tell me like £100,000.
Yeah,
and I'd take both of them and go, oh.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably somewhere in between
Yeah.
£600 and 100,000. But yeah, so
I feel like this one that sunk was probably more the lower end.
yeah, it was definitely a low end.
Yeah.
So they took it to a beach in Wales.
Yeah.
And it was a choppy day.
Okay. Has he got any, nautical experience?
My dad's got zero. No,
No, but the other guy.
absolutely nothing.
No.
no.
Okay.
So it was really, really, really bad weather.
Yeah.
Storms. The red flag was up saying you don't go out.
Uh-huh.
So the beach,
And they thought this looks
Well,
perfect.
the Coast Guard comes over to him and goes, "This is not a good idea that you're taking this out." He goes, "No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Well, have you got any flares? You have to let us know if you got."
Yeah,
Goes,
yeah.
No, I've got my mobile phone. If anything
Oh
goes
my
wrong."
god.
They got, I'm not joking now, about 10 feet into the water.
Oh wow.
And a wave came over it and sank
Oh my God.
The boat.
Wow.
And on the maiden voyage, the Mardi Gras went down.
Oh. I think James Cameron should make a blockbuster movie about the sinking of the Mardi Gras. DiCaprio as Suntan George. Winslet as his pal.
So that one is true.
I feel like we should have Josh's dad as a guest on the show. Producer Paul never gets into these hijinks, does he? He comes in with anecdotes about the bingo. I feel like you're going to start using Oh My Josh in your day-to-day.
Oh, without question.
You absolutely should.
Because that was fact-based, and also mostly because we pretty much ran out of time. I don't think we'll do a Discover Steve this week, but normal service will resume in the next episode.
Yes.
So, Josh, thank you. Such a pleasure to have you back.
Pleasure as always. Thank you ever so much.
So, Ryan, I will see you next week.
I'll see you next week.
Josh, I will see you soon.
Yes, I will do.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Follow us on Instagram at Dodging Death Podcast.